So if you are currently frustrated with the landscape of FPS shooters, I have an alternative here for you. I have specifically chosen this game to be the first game that I have posted on this channel that is not Battlefield for a reason, and I think it is a very solid and reliable alternative for those that are even enjoying those games right now. But if you're finding yourself frustrated at Call of Duty Vanguard, not happy with the direction of Battlefield 2042, and you're a PC player, this might be exactly the game that you are looking for, and it is currently in beta access. You can buy a $15 version right now. I think it's actually on sale. It goes on sale quite often. You want to pick it up and try it out. It'll be going free to play in a few months, so if you're not looking to buy this and you do want to give it a chance, keep it on your wish list on Steam and take a look at it in the future. The reason that this game sticks out to me is because it reminds me of good classic shooters, not bogged down with a bunch of gimmicks and crazy things going on. It's just fun combat where shooting is the focal point. So if you miss shooters like Battlefield 3, the good Call of Duties back in the day like your Black Ops 2, early Modern Warfares, or even games that take me back like America's Army, this right here makes me feel like I'm playing one of those types of games back in that era. And I think that's honestly when shooters peaked. And the fact that we have one in modern times that is just, honestly, it scratches a huge itch of mine. So I love this game. I recommend this game to all of my friends. And what is really neat about it is it doesn't try to push the boundaries. It doesn't try to innovate or go out of the realm of comfort for it, right? It doesn't feel like it has to keep conforming to more and bigger and better. It just takes what all these other video games have done in the past, puts it together in a very polished way, and makes it work. So all the things that we love of those classic shooters that I previously mentioned are plastered into this game. There is vehicle combat, and though it's not as polished, not as responsive, or as smooth as it is in Battlefield, it's actually quite nice, and in time could develop into something amazing. So there are game types and ways to play that are Battlefield-like. It's not as casual of an arena shooter like Call of Duty, right? Because it's more technical, it's more tactical. There is like leaning and peeking. You are going to be able to use cover and debris if you want to play the angles. So it is a little bit more passive and tactical than something like Call of Duty, right? You can still run and gun and pull out a shotgun and just blast your way through rooms and pick up some multi-kills, right? But there's also the option and choice to play a bit more tactical, a bit more passive, and really utilize the angle game inside of this. It really gives me, for lack of better comparison, kind of Rainbow Six Siege vibes. Like, without the seriousness of Siege, because it's not round-based or turn-based or anything like that, when you die, you can just respawn. So you're afforded the ability to play aggressively and rush and make dumb decisions and just kind of play as loose as you'd like. But at the same time, the combat and the peeking and all of that stuff very much giving me Rainbow Six Siege vibes. And as a guy that has a lot of my modern shooting roots inside of America's Army, this game really appeals to that interest inside of me. And I think it's a great game. Now, to go further into one of the things I think this game does better than almost any other shooter out there, it is the fact that it has phenomenal customization. Now, I'm going to throw up a little tidbit of what the customization looks like in the screen. Now, a lot of games like Call of Duty, I think, do customization terrible. They're just like, they think more is better or more equals good when that doesn't necessarily translate to different ways to play. This game has a very solid understanding and a really neat system based around weight. Now, the more equipment you have on, like in RPG instead of a pistol, is going to add more weight to your character. Obviously, you're going to have something more destructive like an RPG that can handle, you know, those situations or vehicles, but at the same time, the heavier that you are, the slower you are, and the less mobility you have. So there's give and take. So your loadouts and what you put on really does matter. If you're using some sort of armor like Kevlar, which is level 2 armor, it is basically going to be a piece of armor that is going to help you against pistol rounds. But your standard rifle rounds or heavy rounds like sniper rounds, those are still going to be able to peel into you easily. You go up to stage 3 armor, it adds 2 ticks of weight to you, so your mobility is going to take a hit, but at the same time, you're going to be able to survive and take more and survive better to the standard rounds and rifle options, but again, still be susceptible to the heavy rounds and sniper rounds. Or you can go all the way up to tier 4 armor, the steel armor, where it will give you added protections for basically everything non-explosive inside of the game. So sniper rounds, so on and so forth. But again, that comes with a heavy cost and hit to your mobility. So this kind of flexibility, this kind of freedom allows you to play and equip how you want. You can have a more nimble flank-based character That'll allow you to navigate the map, play aggressively, flank, and do whatever you'd like to do, but you're going to be more vulnerable to shots if you are caught and considered basically out of position. But if you don't mind moving slower and you want to be able to absorb more and be more aggressive in dueling, you can pick and load out the heavier armor, the heavier options, have an RPG on your back. Things like this give you freedom to choose and play how you want, and you can change that stuff on the fly depending on how you're playing. So I think this game is still very, very much in progress. I think it's still developing itself. I think its foundation is phenomenal. I love the TDM in the game. I love going into the armored vehicle experiences too. Again, I don't favor those as much because I think Battlefield does them better, but that's just my own personal opinion, and I think in time when they can work on the maneuverability of those vehicles, it's definitely just going to need some polish, and it actually is going to be really, really solid. So, yes, World War III is a phenomenal game, and I think people should take a look into this, and I really want to see this thing come out to console too, because controller players deserve a game like this, and I really think this game is going to have a bright future. I think a lot of people are talking about Battlefield alternatives right now, Call of Duty alternatives, or saying that there's simply no good FPS games out there right now. Here's one for you. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you guys want to see more of this game, you want to see some sniping gameplay, some of the vehicle gameplay, let me know in the comment section below, and absolutely obliterate the love on that like button. It's going to be hard to bring in games like this to this channel built around Battlefield, so it's going to need that extra support. If you guys could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. So thanks again. Nothing but love to you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this game down below, and I'll see you soon with another video.